You know what you want to be? Is you want to be on the ad, you want to be on the places, and you want to be on the organic. You want to see 3 times before you get there. That's what you want, right?
I can see the whole wide world with these 2 eyes, and I can be whoever I want to be, 'cause it's my life.
Go to the ones that actually say ad, because when I do a search, if I see an ad, I don't even want to click on those.
Good question. Some people are like you. A lot of people are not. You know what you want to be? Is you want to be on the ad, you want to be on the places, and you want to be on the organic. You want to see 3 times before you get there. That's what you want, right? And some people won't click on the ads, but we don't worry about what some. We just worry about how do I get 80%. 80% are just they're going to click on the first one. They want something now. They want convenience. So there are some people who are just like, well, actually, I don't want to click on ads, right? But imagine, hey, they got an ad, they got the most reviews, and they're number 1. Are you not going to click on that one? At least check them out. Are you not curious at this point, right? So these are. Let's do another search here. So we're going to show you some of the ones that we've targeted to get the first page. So Edmonton accountant. Again, these are paid ads. These are dependent on how close you are to that person. And then below here, these are based on the organic strength of your website. So there's Edmonton accountant, and Spurrell and Associates is there with a first page placement. And these are big meaty terms. These aren't long keyword terms. These aren't Edmonton small business accountant for taxes. This is just Edmonton accountant. This is like family lawyer. There's almost the identical number of firms. There's 200 and some law firms in the city, and there's 200 and some accountants. So it's pretty much the same to win family lawyer. Actually, it's probably a little easier to win family lawyer than because there's corporate law, or Edmonton lawyer might be the equivalent, right?
Are you allowed to say that you're the best?
It says the best to click. I'm not saying I'm the best. You're gonna read it real carefully. So if you're looking for the best accountant, I didn't say I'm the best. So I thought, I took aim at that when someone gave me some advice on that, but they pointed me in the right direction.
What about Yelp? Because
waste of money. Don't even worry about it.
really,
Yeah.
is that just an older demographic that uses Yelp?
Older, dying. They want to
Whoa,
basically
I'm not
charge
trying
you.
to watch what you say.
Yeah, they want to charge you ransom. They want to charge you a fee to get there too, right? So you're gonna end up paying through the Yelp platform, and it's not as. And that's a good thing. Someone brought up reviews too, reviews on Facebook, or reviews on Yelp, or reviews on Rate My Lawyer. They're like pesos to American dollars. Google reviews are the American dollars, and reviews on Facebook are pesos. They're not worthless. You just need a lot of them to even equivalent to one Google review. Google reviews are a little bit harder to get. So there's an Edmonton accountant. We have Edmonton accounting firm. Let's do this one. There we are. First page organic ranking again. And this one's usually my favorite. Edmonton CPA. See right here, this is the first one, the first keyword term that I started with. If you notice who's below me, that's not a competitor. That's the Institute of Chartered Professional Accountants of Alberta. Is ranking below me there. So there's a lot of people who want to sell you marketing, and just type in Edmonton marketing and see where they are. Now it's going to give you a good idea on, you can give me the top of Google. Why aren't you on the top of Google? That should be your first question. And how did we do this? Well, number one, we have 148 Google reviews. So we were so focused on this, we got a goal in our heads, and the guy, first place in the city was 113. And someone told me this a year ago. I was like, man, how the heck am I going to get 113 reviews? I had 3. Because I had one guy who went on there and just ripped me because he thought I was too expensive. And that was my first Google review. And then I had another guy, so I was like, well, okay, I'm going to go get 3 more. So I actually had 4. So I had 3, I got a star over 4. I was like, that's good enough. That's all I need. And I just checked out. And then I saw the stats and the numbers and the way this fit together. And we just went all in. doing speaking engagements, taking extra time with clients who couldn't afford it, and simply just asking more, just asking for the clients that we see. That's one of the reasons why we're getting to the top is 148. And so we, focused on this guy with 113 reviews who actually wasn't even a CPA. As an accountant, you don't have to be a CPA to open a firm. It's terrible, but this is the way it is. You can just call yourself Smith & Co. Wasn't even a CPA, but he had the most Google reviews, and guess what? Clients don't know the difference. They just think, they see Smith & Co. and they just think, oh, he's a CPA, it's all the same. But, it's, don't know that I gave up 7 years of my life to get a CPA, and he didn't. Big difference, just like you guys, right? So we did that, and then when we got to 114, we started to say, we're number one in Edmonton. We took a look around, and we're actually number one in Western Canada. There's no one else in Calgary, no one else in Vancouver, and there's one guy in Toronto, and he has 193 reviews, and I know because we check every single day, it's written on our whiteboard. He's 193, and we're 148. We review every single morning at 8 a.m. when we meet. It's sitting up there on the board, and that's what we measure ourselves by. Think about that, not just doing that for the SEO perspective, but think about how that affects the psyche of the team on what they're actually trying to accomplish every day. You're no longer just trying to get Google, you've got to be good in order to do that. You've got to go the extra mile, you've got to over deliver in order to do that.
Are they all from clients?
Clients, we have work that we did pro bono and speaking engagements, and that's what you get. That's the threshold. We have a bit of a unique practice.
So you have the 148, that's across the board.
Yeah.
Why is it that the different search terms that you've input into Google populate you on different places on the page? Like what is the other metrics of the particular terms that are influencing where you show up?
Good question. There are 200 factors in Google's search algorithms. Okay? If you're Coke trying to beat Pepsi, you should know all 200. If you are Spurrell CPA or Jones Law, there's only 4 you need to know. Okay? Because you want to try to get the. Don't waste your time trying to get Edmonton CPA on the top or family law. Just get to the first page and move on. Okay? There are 4 terms. There are 4 factors that you need to worry about. Number 1, it's the number of Google reviews that you have. Number 2, your site has to be mobile compliant. And don't just take your word for it. There's a search. You can type into Google mobile compliant test website. It's free. You just put in your business and it'll say yes or no. It's a yes or no answer.
Will WordPress fit within that?
Yeah, WordPress. Yeah, if it's, but not necessarily. You can have a bad WordPress site that won't be mobile compliant, right? So it has to be mobile compliant. Number 3, it has to be SEO compliant. Now you guys aren't coders here, neither am I. There's a good piece of software you can go, you can either hire a good SEO guy, I hire a good SEO guy and download the software. It costs me like $200 a month to have the software, but it can run a test. If you're a client of Spurrell Associates, I can run it for you for free, but we just have that test. So it'll tell you the errors in your website. So it's kind of like, having an inspector to inspect your house, because you're not a building contractor. You don't know what they should have did and what they shouldn't have done. It's like hiring I view it as, it's like hiring a home inspector when you purchase a house, basically. Now,
Sorry,
yeah.
what is that software?
I use SEO Moz. There's another one called SEM Rush. They're like Pepsi Coke. They're expensive, $200 a month. And it's just going to check, and it's going to give you all the errors on your website. And that's what you want to try to work out. And now remember, building a website is not a project fee. So specifically when we started the marketing company, from what we learned, that we knew we had to have a monthly ongoing fee, because if you want to do anything that works, you have to do it continually. So if you're thinking about how am I going to do these videos and when I'm going to do my website updates, stop thinking about building your website like building a house. And start thinking about building your website like going to the gym, which I don't do very well, but I'm too busy making YouTube videos to the top of Google. So you want to really think about that. I work on my website from 9 to 10 every Tuesday morning, forever, for as long as you want to be a lawyer. These are the changes. This is what I'm going to communicate. That's the way to do it. Now I'm going to get you to number 4. And number 4 is the one that's going to be the problem. This is going to be the reason why all of you guys know how to get to the top of Google, and only 1 or 2, if any of you, are actually going to get there. It's the number of pages with 1,000 words or more. Now you're going to go read a blog and it's going to tell you only need 350 words, maybe. I don't want to maybe be on page 1. I want to be on page 1, so 1,000 words or more. You're definitely going to cross the threshold. The number of pages with 1,000 words or more. And we'll tell you how much we buy into this. So you're going to click on our site. Number 1 you see on our site, every accountant in the city is going to do a free consult. I'm going to do a free consult and give you my favorite business book. It's going to cost me $30, but I'm going to pay so much less in marketing to get that call, because they're going to click on a bunch of different sites and I'm the only one giving the free book. It's not really free, it's just money I would spend on other forms of advertising. Doing networking, I'm paying Google AdWords, like, who cares? It's way cheaper. I'm going to buy another copy of Michael Gerber's book and give it away. That's what's going to get there. And you have to remember, when you build this site, people build this site thinking, I got that information on another page. The overwhelming majority of people are going to make a decision based on your website, what we call above the fold, before they even scroll. And I'm showing you the desktop version. 80% it's going to be on the mobile version. They're going to make their choice before they even scroll. Never mind not click on another page. They're not even going to scroll through your home page before they make a decision. So all of your time is here. Some people will go through my website and say, you got a spelling mistake on this page. It's like, that's great. But my above the fold and the home page, on point. Like, that's what we want. We're ready to go on that. And that's, you need to allocate your time on that too. You guys are professionals and you're used to assessing, what's in, not just what's right and wrong, but what's important and what's unimportant. Okay? So above the fold. Then we go through the web page here. And I got a bunch of pretty looking services and myself and some videos and our history and a couple videos that we do. I would probably stop here. If I didn't know any better, I would stop here. But then I have the problem, vision, mission, and values. I have our why. I have 1,000 pages, 1,000 words. I have 1,000 words on every page. 1,000 words on the team page. People can write bios. Yeah. How much I buy into this? If you go to the contact page, I have 1,000 words on the contact page. You know the one where people just dump their address and leave it? I talk about how to get started, the initial questionnaire, can I do the questionnaire by email? Nobody reads this stuff except the Google bots. Schedule the initial consult, where I can even get a little bit ridiculous in here. What do we talk about here? How's the coffee? I have how's the coffee. I got 1,000 words on my contact page because I want to get to number 1. Most people are never going to see any of this. 1,000 words on every page. That's how much you have to buy into it. And if people don't think that it's going to work, I'm going to search a term. I'm going to search the term German Shepherd. I like searching that term. What do you think is a site that's going to be on the first page? I'm going to search German Shepherd. It's going to be really obvious when you hear the answer. Anybody? You can guess. SPCA.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, you got it. Wikipedia. Okay. Okay. So you gotta search German Shepherd here. There's Wikipedia. They're gonna rank for like everything on the first page. Number 1, they got a lot of. They're viewed as a relevant source by Google, which don't spend your time trying to do that. But let's see if I can do this here. You ever notice how many words are on a... German Shepherd is written on this page 148 times.
Where'd you see that?
Right here on the search
Okay.
term. And look at what Wikipedia is. It's words on top of words on top of words on top of words. People are like, I want to build a Flash website and it's going to look really pretty. Well, you can look really pretty on page 8 and no one will see it if you want. You can go ahead and build a Flash website. But I want to be on the first page, so people are actually going to click it. So that's why I write 1,000 words, including on the contact page and talking about the coffee we're going to serve.